I wish some of you would be granted the serenity and understand that we're past the days of easy pickups, easy cops, easy releases in 2020. We are past those. Please just get it out of your head. I know it's hard, but we're past those.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish and one.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ back with another video talks with TJ, aka TJ2 Switch Chains. Listen, I'm just relaxing around. There are no chains on, but thank you for tuning into this video. If you're brand new, no idea what brought you here, but just go ahead. If you like what you see, subscribe. And then I know that YouTube, you've been doing some funny business, okay? You're sending out notifications that a video's been posted like 5 or 6 days later. Trust me, my people are letting me know. So this may be a trick for some of you. You may need to try this. Click the bell, click it off, and then click it on and hit all. That way you should actually get all notifications when I post a video, when I choose to go live, just anything like that, because yeah, I don't know what YouTube is doing. I really don't. But let's just get to the reality of what's going on in 2020, right? A lot changed. The pandemic has changed everything as we know it. Everybody wants to say back to normal, back to normal. Who knows if that's the truth, okay? Stop trying to repaint pictures. Accept them for the color they are. And right now, it's a little bit of a bleak, washed out reality that I don't know if sneakers will be easy to cop. I mean, it started back a little while, right? I really do. I feel like that Court Purple 2.0 was kind of the kickoff. And then from there, it's just kind of been a domino effect. Nobody wanted to listen to me when I said, oh, the Flint 13 is not going to be that easy. None of you wanted to listen, and look at you now. Some of you are still crying that you missed out on the Flint 13. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is you have to learn to accept reality for what it is, okay? Gravity is gravity. If you drop something, again, you just hold something in the air and let it go. It will fall. That's gravity, okay? We're not going to defy science, physics, all of that. Let me tell you what you are also not going to defy. The fact that shoes are hard to get. Now, why are they so difficult to get? Well, for one, some states are either still pretty much locked down or they are reverting back to being locked down. I mean, let's look at California. Bars are closed again. I think Arizona might have closed bars again. Florida, y'all are a hot mess, and y'all been a hot mess. I have no idea what you're doing in that state. I don't. So a lot of states are starting to regress back, and they're not going to have all of their stores open, right? So your local Foot Lockers, Foot Actions, Champs, Finish Lines, who knows, but they could all be shutting down. Again, this is just speculation, but for some places I know they are kind of moving towards that point. So that makes it difficult, right? For you, if you were used to going into your local store to pick up, I don't know what to tell you. And if for whatever reason the store is not open, no, they aren't even getting pairs in, right? So if you think you're just gonna walk in after maybe they reopen and there are tons of pairs sitting there, that's not always gonna be the point. Some of you are waiting, this is just a side note, some of you are waiting an hour in line to get into Nike stores. What is wrong with you? An hour in line in summer heat? Miss me there. It's not like it's the fall where I can set up a chair and have like an iPad or something up and I can watch football for hours at a time while I'm in line. No, it's hot. There are no sports on. Don't get me wrong, you can binge Netflix on your phone, but who's doing that in 90-degree heat? For what? Like, what are you all buying in these Nike outlets that it's worth waiting in line an hour? I don't know, miss me there. Don't ever invite me to do that because it's not happening. So when it comes to first come, first serve, I said this before, our store, because listen, there are still stores that don't have reservations as an option. So if that's the case, you don't have that, then what? So now you run the risk of a lot of excess traffic from, a release, a very hyped release. They're not risking that. So if you're a first come, first serve store, you don't offer app reservations, well, guess what? You don't get a lot of releases. Like, people think I'm joking, okay? We didn't get the Gym Red 11 lows. We didn't get the what are they calling those? The Fire Red 14s, whatever you guys want to call those. The Toro 14s. I wouldn't call them a Toro. I know one Toro, and that's the Toro 4. We didn't get either one of those. It's the most annoying thing to have to constantly answer the phone. Like, no, we didn't get the new retro that came out. What else can I help you with? Okay, so stores aren't getting those. makes it a lot more difficult. Now, another thing I'm hearing, because I think Flight Academy Kicks touched on this too, down in his area within kind of the Miami central area, full-size runs, those are a little bit they're not in just abundance, right? I mean, we know with full-size runs, you have limited 7s and you have limited 14s. 7.5 is always like that unicorn. They throw like 1 in a full-size run. But now, even those are limited. So in a whole city, in a whole mall, what if you only have like 2 14s? What if you only have like, 1 7.5? That makes it very difficult. So if you are in one of those size groups, I'm sorry. I feel really bad for you. So what does that mean if you are, I mean, we're all going to be subject to this, right? There are times where I've had to go out of my way to try to get a shoe. You have a few options, right? 1, if you can't easily get the shoe, you don't want to waste your time, move on. Move on. Because for some that are just buying shoes like crazy and even clothes like crazy, if you don't even have a platform where you're constantly showing it, I am questioning what you're doing with all of this or where you're wearing these shoes to. I would honestly like to know where. Because it's still being advised a lot of people to stay home. So where, pray tell, are you wearing these things? I would like to know. I'm not coming to join you there. I would just like to know, where are you wearing all this stuff that you're buying? That's just for my own amusement. Bypass it if you can't easily get the shoe. You're not going to die from not being able to get these shoes. You're not. Do you know why? Because you always have another option. You can choose to hit the secondary market. Now, this is purely your choice. We're adults. We have the ability to choose. So you have a choice if you want to go to the secondary market. Some people don't. Some people I talk to, like Marcus from the Soulmates, and like I know Trady Kicks, he's like, listen, not doing it, not hitting the secondary market. If I miss a shoe for retail, I'm not paying resale. I will just go and wait for the next shoe to come out, which there are tons of shoes, right? I mean, let's just think about it. I think you're viewing this on a Monday. Don't quote me on that. I think this is on a Monday. So there are a lot of shoes, right? Those, the grade 5s and the, what are we calling it? What are we calling the shoe? Smoke gray 1s. A lot of different shoes have released in just this week. And a lot of you are going to take L's. Didn't go for a single one. I'm good. A lot of you are going to take L's on that. So you can go to the secondary market. How do you do that? Some people will still go the eBay route. Some people will go the GOAT route. I've had great experiences with GOAT. I've had great experiences with StockX. Now, I will put this caveat out there. I don't care which way you're going, right? If it's not directly from a retailer, yes, you're always going to run the risk of a possibility of something being fake. Shocker, you're an adult. Own the responsibility that comes along with it, okay? If you don't want any of that risk, if you want 0% of that risk, then you can try to go retail. And if it doesn't work, then please don't complain if you end up going like on a secondary site, okay? I get tons of these comments all the time simply because I'm a StockX affiliate. Well, is it safe? Well, I'd still shop and bid and buy on there, okay? If you run a risk and something happens, you can try to use the actual measures in place to try to circumvent that. If you would like to not deal with that headache, don't buy on the secondary market, all right? Now that we've covered that, what's your other option? You can choose to pre-order. Please understand the fact that if somebody chooses to, you want to pre-order with them, that's not cheap, right? Like, it's their time, it's their money, it's their connect, and they're still trying to make something from it. So again, take ownership and responsibility and accountability if you choose to pre-order. I laugh with Richard Rico all the time because people want to hit you up last minute and then they don't want to pay the price. Do you know what you could do? Not pay the price and stop complaining to them and just move on with your life. That's an option. But if you really want the shoe and you choose to want to secure it with somebody, hey, that they let you know and they're trusted to secure your pair, then go ahead and do the pre-order. I don't know why we're making this so complicated. There are some truths in place. Sneakers are difficult to get. You can hit the secondary market, you can choose to do a pre-order, or you can stop complaining and move on with your life. Those are all options. Hopefully one of those works for you. For me, there are shoes that I plan to go back for. There are still shoes that I want, right? The Fear of God Air Raid, which is originally a Friends and Family, that is supposedly, by rumor, gonna come out in September. I hope that does. Jerry and Nike, please, 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 please help your girl out and release that, and then a lot of other shoes that are gonna come out. So that's the world we live in right now. Take ownership of it. it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching this. If you have purchased a shirt, I appreciate you. Pre-orders are closed. They close on Friday, so all the shirts will be processed and get out to all of you. Please make sure that you tag me on Instagram if you are rocking those shirts. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace out.